Hello and welcome to Me and My Golf, and welcome to this week's Impact Show. We're your coaches, Andy and Pierce. Now we're carrying on the theme of the month, which is training aids and equipment. Pierce, what are we talking about today?
Today in the Impact Show, Andy, we are talking about making your driving simple. Let's take charge of your game.
Welcome to the kingdom here at TaylorMade headquarters in Carlsbad, California. Now, theme of the month, Pierce, training aids, we mentioned it. We're also doing a giveaway every month on meandmygolf.com, including a massive giveaway this month of November where you can win an 8-week coaching plan with myself and Pierce. We're giving 2 away to 2 lucky members. All you need to do is be a member and you can sign up for free for your 30-day free trial. Get that right?
Free trial.
And all you need to do is just head over to the website and do that. Now, look, Pierce, there's loads of other great prizes as well to be won.
There are indeed, yeah. So make sure, look, just go in and to have a look at the website as well. Those are great content, obviously, but also the bonus of perhaps winning the 8-week plan.
Yes, right. Now let's get into today's video, which is all about making your driving more simple. Everybody needs that in their life, including me. Now, Pierce, what are we talking about first? Because this really is a great starting point.
Well, yeah, funny you mentioned starting point. Awareness is the start, or awareness is the starting point of change, okay? So if you can get some awareness and understand what you are doing incorrect or even correct, then you can make changes accordingly. So, Andy, we get a lot of questions. How high should I tee the golf ball? I'm slicing the golf ball. You know, we're gonna cover bad shots and how high you tee the golf ball by this. By a bit of tape on the club face. Now you can see it's not any ordinary tape, it's actually got some color coordinated ink on it. So what we have is we've got a quadrant, so we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you are obviously, even the best players in the world, you will hit all of these quadrants at some point. If you are consistently hitting one of them, that gives us great information. And as I say, once we are aware of what you are doing, we have the great starting point for your changes.
So we're going to get Pierce hit a few shots and just actually assess his strike. And this is going to give us some information. We're going to look at the ball flight, see what the ball's doing, but then look at the impact marks on the face and just get some feedback to what we need to maybe look at.
Okay, so I'm sure I'm going to spread it around the face a little bit, Andy. I'm probably not going to hit it in the same spot every time.
You may get one in the middle if you're lucky.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so that's interesting. That's gone a little bit, turning over a little bit. Okay, but not bad. Started a little bit left. Interesting. Okay, so if we look at that contact there, we can see that one's pretty good. So we don't learn a great deal from that. It is ever so slightly heel side. We'll hit another one in a moment and see what happens with this, but that one actually is going to not give us too much information.
Well, you say you don't learn much from that, Pierce. Actually, that was a pretty good strike, but the ball's gone left, which tells us the club face is closed. Yes. So that's the sort of thing you can take from that. Let's get another one going.
Let's get another couple out there,
So if you hit a good strike and the ball goes left, then you know that's the club face.
Yes, of course. That's far too high for me, Andy. So we're going to lower that right down to my normal tee height. I think you're probably going to try and move that around. Are we happy with that? Yeah, we're good with that. All right. You're probably going to try and move that around a little bit, aren't you?
Maybe.
Mix it up a little bit. Okay. That was an interesting one. Now that one has started right and then
curving left as well.
Curved left. So now we have a change. So we can see what's happened when we hit the golf ball here. So again, it's pretty good sort of horizontally. But when we look at this side, pretty good vertically, but when we look at it from this side here, it's very much out of the toe. Now what happens when you hit the golf ball out of the toe, we employ something called gear effect. So basically, you hit the ball out of the toe, the head twists like that, but it imparts a movement this way, back to the left. So that is exactly what happens. So the ball starts right and then curves left, which is exactly what happened.
So there's the feedback. The first strike was good, but it was curving left because of the face. The second strike was out the toe, which caused the curve.
But wouldn't it be interesting? Someone could maybe hit a few of those shots and go, oh, I must be under the plane and I must have a closed face, you know, for hitting a hook. Well, we look at it that way and go, well, look, you know what? That's just out of the toe.
Yeah. So I think the key thing, look, if you're going to assess your driving, make sure the start point is really just assessing where you're striking the golf ball on the face. You can use the tapes from your local pro, even get some foot spray and spray it on there. It's a great way just to identify exactly what's going on.
Right then, Andy, we've spoke about the strike, the backswing. Let's talk primarily about that.
Well, look, let's talk about power. We all want that little bit more power, and it'd be nice to get a few more yards off the tee. And we're going to really look at wrist set, and wrist set is really important to create some speed as we're creating another lever in the golf swing. So we're going to talk about what we generally see the best players in the world do, and that is generally by the time their lead forearm reaches parallel with the ground, they will have some level of wrist set, roughly around 90 degrees. Now what we've got here is we've got the BMT arm from Da Vinci Sports, which is just going to help us create some feeling of actually setting the wrist. So we've got this hooked around the front of my lead wrist here, and as we swing back, all we're going to focus on doing here obviously engaging the torso, but as I swing back, I'm going to set my wrist so I can feel that the arm just fits nicely onto my lead forearm like that. You can see now I've got plenty of wrist set in the backswing. This is great for power. Now if I continue my swing to the top, I'm now fully loaded and I've got a great backswing sequence now. I'm ready to store that energy, Piers.
It's interesting you're saying, talking about storing energy, and which we may come on to in a moment, but you know, creating power. But this is brilliant for actually creating accuracy as well and getting good sequence into your backswing. So it's really good. Really
it is,
powerful.
and what we see a lot of guys doing, that they don't tend to maybe set the wrists enough on the way back, so they'll swing back when the lead forearm is parallel. There's not really much wrist set. And very hard to create some power and consistency from there. Yeah. So
it's okay if you're a tour pro, for instance, maybe, because they're a bit more flexible as well. So
exactly. So what we're going to do, rehearse with this. I'm going to swing back, make sure I set it. Now I can even get this working into the downswing, Piers. Start with the lower body. I'm going to hold that arm onto my forearm for a little bit longer as I swing down before I then release it on the way through. So it's a great way of setting the angle, but then keeping the angle. Again, we know important that is for power in the swing as well.
Do you want to hit this one? The best way to keep that angle is obviously by starting the downswing with your lower body.
Okay, so all I'm going to focus on is getting the arm to touch my arm in the backswing and keep it there during the downswing.
Very nice.
Plenty of power on that one, Piers. I may have put a little bit more into that one just for the cameras as well.
Very nice.
Right, we've got one more drill then to show the guys at home, Piers, and it looks another interesting contraption.
Yes.
Attached to your hips. This one is a 2-for-1 drill, Piers. Talk about what this is going to do and sort of some of the things that the guys at home can think about to help their game.
Yeah, I think let's sort of start with what we want to see when someone's hitting a good drive. So if we look at the best drivers in the world, you know, they're obviously very powerful, but they're very accurate as well. It's because they use their lower body very well. So if we think about the best players when they're driving, they start the downswing with the lower body, so the hips will unwind into the downswing. Now the good thing with this is that's what levers the upper body and levers the arms down and creates the power. But because your body is coming down in this fashion here and rotating, it helps to stabilize the club face. Imagine this, if you're swinging down and you're very upper body dominant and you don't rotate the pelvis, we tend to get a lot of this through the hitting area. A lot of rotation of the club face, over excessive rotation with a lower body which isn't stabilizing that. And that can obviously be all sorts of bad shots. And the good thing with this training aid we have here, we have the BMT hip, so from Da Vinci Sports. The good thing with this is if I do swing down with a very inactive lower body, I'm going to hit this. But it's only it's like a foam rod, so it's not going to hurt you at all. So it's just going to give you that awareness. So what we're looking to do, whether you've got this on or not, we would want you to, from the start of your downswing, to rotate the pelvis. So I'm getting that rod moving out towards the target as I rotate down into my through swing.
Just do that one more time, Piers, and just sort of come down to impact. And we're going to see that when Piers comes to impact now, you can see how much he's really firing this. And at impact there, you can see this really is almost pointing at the target. And when the hips are so clear, the face is a lot more stable, which is really key.
Yep. Okay, shall I hit one?
I think you should give one a go, Piers. So the great thing about this 2-for-1, firing the hips first is going to help create some speed, but also some stability in the face.
I like it.
And that was a nice baby little draw down the left-hand side. I think that one works. We hope you enjoyed that, guys. Now, some very simple things that hopefully can simplify your driving. Hope that helps. Make sure you post any comments and questions down below on that, what we just talked about. But also next month on Me and My Golf is all about swing faults. Are you struggling with an over the top, a sway, an open club face? Let us know and we will choose some to talk about next month.
And absolutely do not forget the mega draw. So head over to meandmygolf.com, click the link in the corner, 30-day free trial, plus other great prizes and obviously lots of great content on there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.